G'day team, Scormorph here, and as you can see, I'm going to conduct a review on my recently purchased HK416D. Full disclosure, before I start, yes, there's a hop up on this. So when I conduct the bit of a range test that we do, that for all you purists out there, you'll point out there's a hop up. So it will probably be more accurate than stock. Nothing else. I've done nothing else to the blaster, so it is stock. I've just put the hop up on there. But anyway, let's get started. So this is the HK416D, made by War Interest, or LDT, is it? LDT, not STD, like I said in my last video. Now, I have used this for one game day. So I'll just point out some pros and cons, what I like about it, why I purchased this blaster, and what I sort of plan on doing with it. Now, as you can see here, I've got the plastic stock sight that comes with it. Now I'm going to take that off because we all know it's rubbish. It lights up, it's nice and pretty, and that's about all it does. And it's not classically HK. So most HKs, you'll see they'll have iron sights on the front and rear. So I'll take that off because I kind of think it ruins the HK look. The stock, buttstock here, it is reasonably standard. I've just noticed that there's quite a bit of wobble here in my buffer tube. So this has come loose during game day. So I've got to keep a close eye on that. It's got the V2 War Interest gearbox, which I won't open this up. This is quite a short review. It doesn't have a spring retaining that you can remove to remove the spring. So what happens is it's a fully enclosed gearbox, which is the pros that in theory that should give you a bit of strength. The cons being that opening it and modifying the box makes it quite difficult. So this blaster for me, I chose to I just wanted something that was reliable out of the box, so I didn't have to mess with it, and it's going to be my backup blaster. As you can see, you might have seen in some of my earlier videos, my M401 Wells has been reasonably temperamental since my rather frequent failed attempts at modding my own shit. So that's an ongoing project. This is my backup blaster that I was hoping to use on game days, while the other 90% of the time my Wells blaster is not in action. The magazines on this, on full nylon. What I did notice on game day is that if you wear gloves, this is near impossible to open without a nail, right, to get in there. And if you're like me and you bite your nails, you might have to stop. Otherwise, you cannot get access to rebomb your mag up. So you either have 6 magazines fully loaded, or you're going to have to wear maybe fingerless gloves or no gloves. But full nylon magazine, nice build, no issues with feeding. Yeah, I can't really complain about that. I know there's some other magazines that fit. It feels nice. I don't get hard-ons like these other guys do in regards to wanting all metal blasters. I don't need all metal. I think it's a really nice quality build. It feels, it's got some weight to it. The finish, if you look closely, it's clean. Like it's been well designed. There's no really dodgy seams. It's obviously a split receiver, so you've got your pins here. This whole top part of the receiver just slides straight off, and I've taken it off just while I was modifying the front of it here for the hop up, and it's super easy to come on and off. It just literally slides straight off. You don't have to do anything else. I do like these pins as well, where they've put you put your pin in this end, in this side, and on the opposite side you've got a Allen key lock bolt. so they're not at risk of falling out. I know my wells, I've pulled it apart so many times that the pins they tend to want to just fall out, or at least shake their way out. The little I think this is the catch release. I've never really used real M4s or anything, but they've put behind here, they've put a little spring. It's tiny, it's a tiny little touch, but just those that just gives you a sense of realism. I think it's a nice touch. Just goes to show the thought they've put into this. The lever back here, nylon, little flimsy, it's not too bad. Pull that back, and you've got your mock bolt cover there. HK, Heckler and Koch. And inside you can obviously see the nylon gearbox seated in there. But I just think it's nice. It's neat and tidy. Some people have pointed out the fact that if you wrench on the front here, there's a little bit of flex from the front handguard and the receiver. I don't notice it. It is a blaster. It's not real steel. A little bit of flex, it's going to happen. At least there is flex. There's a bit of give. You have something, guys want to put metal handguards on their receivers, and I feel like adding that extra weight to either a plastic or a nylon receiver, just you're increasing your chances of putting extra undue stress on this little spot here on the connection and breaking things. That comes stock. I forgot to mention metal buffer tube, metal sling attachment here, metal sling point, which is nice. What else is metal on here? It's a nylon fire select, nylon trigger, nylon mag release. It is a metal outer barrel. I don't know if you can see in there. It's a metal outer barrel. It is an aluminium inner barrel also. When I had this chronoed at the field when I played, it chronoed at 220, so not a meat eater. It's not super high powered, but I think for skirmishing, high powered blasters aren't so accurate over distance. So 220, I found it quite accurate. Yeah, no complaints. I think it's fantastic. I'm going to add a couple of little things here and there to it, but just keep it quite simple. Alright guys, so like the other times we conducted a range test here, I've got my trusty target down the end there, Mr. Joffrey Baratheon, and I've laid out the measuring tape. Where I'm standing here, we're at 27 meters, so let's call it 26, or round it down to 25, to give you an idea, see what sort of grouping we'll have. Just so you're aware, using the War Interest red packet milkies for this test, we're at 25 meters roughly, maybe closer to 26. Here we go. Fully auto. Alright guys and girls, so there you have it, the HK416D nylon geared version. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and if you like it that much, like if you love it, then hit the bell and you get a notification when I finally get off my ass and go out and create some content. I'll see you then, or I will see you in another time.